Okay, there we go. That should be live and working. All right. It has been a hot minute since we played, obviously. Last session, honestly, was just incredibly combat heavy. Uh, you guys finally killed a Scarnetti, Sharn specifically, although admittedly it turned out he was being possessed by the ghost of a serial killer with some crazy abilities like summoning murders of crows to slam into you guys. Shortly after that, seeing as things have settled down in town a little bit, at least, as settled as they ever get in Sandpoint, as well as the fact that, like, Arica and, like, her rival party, although, you guys did win over a lot of them, are still down in the pit, and especially knowing that they are being led not by a wayward son of a noble family from Sandpoint, but by a intellect devourer. You guys have been trying to dive back into the pit and find them, get clear. You kept trying to clear the current floor you were on. Last time you dragged this like coffin out of a room that was in, which held Zalavexis, this worm that walks sorcerer. You guys killed him. Sylvina salted the earth with fire so that his worms wouldn't regenerate later. And you've cleared most parts of this floor. There was a pathway in that room where his sarcophagus was originally, as well as a pathway behind the room where the Drider used to live, that leads to some sort of fungus room. And some other ways that go down. What? Oh. Are you all done with the fries? Okay. Alright, love you. Okay. My partner was bringing me the fries that they did not want. That's a little quick. That's a general overview of where we are at currently. You guys still have lots of ongoing things, like the Dooms, thwarting them. You finally officially thwarted the Doom that was, like, those people being able to, like, return as the Sandpoint Devil, because this guy had given them, like, secret information on that, which was making it still, like, an open end. But you guys did shut that case now. So presumably there are more Dooms to find. You guys are still researching Lyra LaRue. Clearly she has had a heavy hand in the pit and its growth throughout the years. Whether that has been consistent or she kind of just founded it, I'm not really sure. Everyone has ongoing things they're trying to do in town, factions they're trying to win over, loves that they're trying to romance, secret revenge plots that they are continuing, all the great highlights. But yeah, so we're currently at right now, trying to dig our way deeper into the pit through a variety of routes.
How secret my revenge plot is.
Fair. It's secret from your target, kind of.
Exactly.
There have been less than subtle moments, admittedly. Okay. Any questions before we dive into some dungeon clearing?
I guess one thing just clear here.
Lay it on me.
I know we're coming back after a bit break. Like, is someone barbecuing a spider here?
Oh, they were.
No, the intellect devourer was making them do that.
Yeah, the intellect devourer, who was inside some of the shaman Darrows. Darrows don't naturally like eating poisonous cave spider roasted over a fire. The intellect devourer's like, what else can we make them eat? As, like, a bit of a bit. They just had no respect for this tribe. So yes, they were making them roast and eat poisonous spider, which did not have good consequences and was probably killing Darrow as well as slowly making them sick.
All right, just wanted to make sure I wasn't like hallucinating something.
No, it's there.
That is a spider on a spit.
By now, art aside, it's probably like a burned out fire pit with some roasted spider legs charred in there. Roland's not here today, so I roll for Roland when needed.
You rolling.
Alright, cool. I think you guys purposely didn't use up all your resources on this worm dude fight, knowing you were going to try to do more.
Also have left. Oh yeah, were we starting with an extra hero point because we had just finished a boss fight at the end?
You are, yes.
That I forgot that it's been a minute. I forgot that was how we ended last time.
I feel like that's a good house rule that we've kind of just established now.
Because
I think it
so
makes
often you
sense.
finish a boss. Yeah, you finish a boss as the last thing, and like hero points are very often the reward. So, I think, yeah,
I will say I'm sure other DMs might be more free with hero points than I am. Maybe I should be more liberal. But yeah, I agree.
I am about. Let's see here.
Yeah, what's everyone's resource? I mean, Roland is the only one I'm playing today, and, you know, he hit things.
Mhm.
So.
I'm
I'm
down.
fine on resources.
Yeah, I still have 9 spells
The
remaining.
Kinesis.
You know, I'm rogue, so really, like, my only resource
I'm
is like
thinking-
my HP and I can do.
Stabbing.
It's like that and I can do fox tricks now.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm doing okay. I have 9 spells and 2 focus points
and I
remaining.
think, Gangina, you
so.
still have stuff left, right? Because I remember I was rewatching bits of last episode, and I think you purposely didn't use anything big at the end.
On my sheet, I am down 1 5th level spell. And that's it.
Jesus.
Oh, and a focus point.
Okay. So you guys are sitting pretty. Are you trying to go down stairs that you know, like in that sarcophagus room, or are you trying to check out the fungus thing first? Or I mean, like, always an option. You could just climb lower in the pit. You know what I mean? Like, you could just go down the pit way.
I think we just finish clearing the floor. I think
As
we
I
check out the
recall
fungus.
correctly, we are just going to finish clearing the floor, and then there's
Yes.
2 sets of stairs down that we know of.
Yes, we gotta clear the floor so we make sure we get all the epic loot.
Gotta get that loot.
He wants more. He wants more rogue gear.
I told you, man, I'm
Roland
like
got
Biggie
his special
Smalls. Give me
sword
the
last
loot, give
time.
me the loot.
Alright, I'm gonna bring you guys over to this little chamber right here.
All right.
So down the corner from here is where the fungus stuff is supposed to be. I'm gonna change the music a little bit. I don't want to listen to this one anymore. Okay. Alright, what's the game plan?
I think we already got the loot from the worm guy, right?
I'm
He had a
pretty sure
ring
you
of
guys
some sort
looted
on
him.
him. He had a ring of some sort. I think we gave it to somebody.
I'll pull his stuff up, but I want to say you guys looted the ring and took it. Here's a view of him again, just so we remember. I liked his art. His eyes being lampreys was a good touch.
Ugh.
Gross, but good. I don't think he had anything on him. Oh, I think it was in his sarcophagus, actually.
Yeah.
Well, let me find the right page, because we dragged his sarcophagus to a different fucking room.
Eh.
Okay. So his actual sarcophagus was in 12.
I've got the ventriloquism thing.
I think that's what it was. I think that's
Okay.
all that was there. Yeah,
Yeah.
all that
Yeah.
was there was the greater ventriloquist ring.
Which he was using to influence the cultists. Yes. Yeah, because I have the loot list pulled up. I'm just making sure I've got everything. Which we do have some rare spices worth 200 something gold we need to sell at some point. Forget where we found those. Alright, but yeah, I figure we start examining the fungus realm.
I feel like we've had multiple fungus rooms that we've explored.
There has been a lot of fungus and other like poisonous, icky stuff.
Flammable. Also flammable.
I just realized I was still
As
muted.
long
I
as
was
you
saying
don't-
nothing wrong with the good fungus.
So long as we don't run any clickers, we're fine.
There you go. Is anyone just scouting ahead, or are you guys just kind of pushing up as a group here?
Does anyone who want to be invisible to scout ahead?
Oh.
I mean, I imagine being the rogue, I probably have the best stealth, so
I would say that's probably a good
I hope
bet.
so.
at plus 20.
Jesus.
Or no, excuse me, I got at yeah, I've got max stealth right now. I'm a master.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to make him invisible, go for it.
I mean, I don't see a reason why not. I'll make Lupin invisible.
All right. Give me a stealth check, Lupin, as you head down the passageway.
All right.
That's pretty good.
38.
Starting off strong with an 18 on the die.
Yep.
All right. Feel free to just kind of slide your way around this tunnel here. Oh, that's right. You're not sure. Hold on. You have light. You should have light effects on you. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, sure.
Dynamic lighting. You're emitting light. Whoops. There we go. That much amount. All right. You do see this mass in the center of the room. I'm going to show you the image. This chamber is choked with thick swaths of pale green fungus, either hanging from the ceiling in moist sheets or heaped on the ground in shuddering, glistening mounds. Long-stemmed mushrooms stand as tall as humans throughout this whole room. Their dark brown caps mottled with pale yellow spots. Give me a perception check as well before we do anything else.
Perception. 29.
Okay, not bad. Right here, you see there is like a fungus-covered sinkhole. You would have to climb it down it very carefully, but it clearly descends further into the pit. If you're not being careful, it would probably be some sort of like fall trap.
Alright.
I think you see also kind of like among the debris in here, there's lots of various like bodies. Specifically, you see some serpent folk bodies. Clearly just like meat that's been feeding this fungus hive. Some of which might have some gear on it.
Do I see any movement or, I guess, like, for lack of a better term, breathing from the thing in the middle of the room?
You see it twitching, and you see the air in here is filled with kind of like glowing green spores. You see like a rat run by, this blob kind of like whips out a tentacle and eats it. Give me a nature check looking in on this.
Alright, this isn't going to do much for me, but alright. 9.
You're not quite sure, like, how did that thing, this weird, like, gelatinous mass of mushroom, like, see the rat? Feels odd to you. But it seems to have not noticed you yet.
Alright. Well, I definitely don't like the idea of going through here by myself, especially if that thing catches me. So, I guess Lupin is still kind of worried about breathing in anything, any spores or anything this might be giving off. So, he's still invisible. So what he'll do is he'll sort of like take off his coat and then his shirt, and then basically wrap the shirt around and like tie it around the back of his head to sort of like. He knows this probably isn't going to be foolproof, but it's like at least to try to avoid breathing in anything this thing might be putting out.
Sure.
And then after doing that, he'll put the coat back on.
Alright, you mask up. Are you pushing farther into investigate or bringing it back to them?
I think probably best to report back to the party. Now, question about the invisibility. Is that something that just goes off after time, or do you have to dismiss that?
I think there's a what's the time limit on your spell?
Let me check real quick. Yeah, I think it's like 10 minutes. 10 minutes, yeah.
All right. Maybe we don't need to dismiss it quite yet, but Lupin will probably come up behind you, Gangigi, and just tap you on the shoulder. It's like, hey, okay, guys. So there's this weird, like, big, like, mushroom thing in, like, the room over there, and I don't know how it's doing it, but I just saw this, like, rat come by and just kind of, like snatched it up. And there's, like, this big sinkhole, like, at the far end of the room that I think leads further down to the pit.
I would say, Tarek, if you want to hit me with a, nature check on the description here. See if any of this rings a bell.
Not great.
Okay, out of 19, let me see the CR here. Okay, yeah, so rare is it plus 10? You get some information here. This is a type of like fungus creature known as a oh my god, I'm gonna say this wrong. It's one of those monsters where I like read up on it and then didn't think to practice saying it like a fool. Dracothics. It is a type of fungus that often bursts forth from a spore-infested corpse. The way that it was seeing, I'm gonna say since he was particularly talking about that, that's what'll be one of the details you remember. It has not like tremor sense; it has spore sight in response way. So basically, if you're in the aura of spores in that room, there's a chance that it will notice you without a stealth check. Apart from that, I think you would know that it very much will like expel spores to help it in combat. Is going to be a big way that it does things.
Do I have any idea how I can help, like how to protect against them, other than just like fortifying people's, constitutions?
I think you think it's not a bad idea, like cover their face like Lupin did.
Yeah, if anybody has like a handkerchief or anything like that, maybe like fashion a bandana or something of that nature.
I would say anyone that does
good.
this, I'll say Roll It already gets this because he's wearing like a full face helm. You can add +1 to saves related to the spores.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'll do it then.
Okay.
I think I'll take the greater cultist cowl that I've been using as a scarf and just kind of turn it into a face mask type thing.
Nice. Okay. Hell yeah.
I must have like some sort of, it's like some pelt or something I can use for that, something like that.
I would say so. I think it's not unreasonable that you guys would have cloth available.
Okay.
Question is, do you guys want to go in there?
I'll look to the group. Sounds like there's another path down. We could try and blast our way through here.
I'm always a fan of do lots of fire.
Do lots of
But
fire.
I think if we go in,
Do I know if this thing is like vulnerable to like daylight or anything of that sort?
I think it does live underground. You don't recall anything that makes it weak to daylight.
Okay. I know, kind of. James knows that as a player, I know that there are some like fungus creatures and blobs and stuff that don't like it. So I was just curious if Tarek knew that about this.
I think it's a reasonable question.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if this one is, but because I've not heard of it, but I didn't know if Tarek would know that or not.
I was just gonna say if we go in, my vote would be that we cast Gust of Wind at the end of the tunnel, from the end of the tunnel across the way to try and blow any spores that are just in the air.
Interesting.
All right.
I'm fine with that idea. Who knows gust of wind though?
I have it in my gate attenuator.
The
Okay.
gate attenuator does sound like a tech item from Starfinder.
It really does.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like
Honestly,
I
a
get
little bit.
I get what they're doing, but also
Yeah, they should have named it better.
Well, I mean, for all
I
we
think
know,
just
soon it could be.
attenuator hits me as like a tech thing more.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you could absolutely. That's
Should
a
I,
crazy play.
Actually use fewer of my spells than I thought I had. Forgot to change one of my things. Like, yeah, you are right, because like I just did one big heal burst and then went Tyrannosaurus on this fucker.
You did go Tyrannosaurus on his ass. Admittedly. I will say once you guys are in position, I think activating the wind spell will trigger initiative. But I feel like as long as you guys are outside the spores, you can line up in the hallway how you would like.
All right. I think Lupin, probably still invisible, would probably just hug the wall here and give you guys room to do your magic thing.
I think Roland probably stays back a bit farther, but is like just getting ready to run in.
I think I'll let Sylvina move up. Sylvina and Gangini move up if they want to take their shots. Usually I roll well on initiative, so after you guys fire, I can move up.
I have a reaction to initiative.
Oh.
Let me remember how this ability actually works. Mysteries. There we go. Cosmos. Oracular warning. Okay, yeah. Alright, so as reaction to initiative.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. What's the reaction to initiative? Then we'll do Sylvina's thing.
I become enfeebled 2, but I give the party +3 bonus to initiative.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Boosting the crew.
I'll obviously ask the gust of wind that starts everything up.
Yep.
But also anyone who starts within my kinetic aura, which is 10 feet of me, gets +10 to their move speed if they're an ally.
Jesus.
Nice.
You both of you guys just getting ready to launch the party.
Oh, I also got a thing that lets me throw target or throw roll it at people.
Oh no.
So he doesn't have to waste 2 actions on charge. He can just straight up
Movement was all that was holding him
if I
back.
go before him. Yep.
Now she can yeet him like a rolling missile at people.
Yeah, I can throw him like I think something like 40 feet right now, and it's just gonna keep getting further.
So fucked. All right.
Fire in the hole.
Gangini activates like, everyone get ready. Initiative increases by 3. Your guys' speed is boosted by 10. Woof. Air blows through, clearing the spores out of this thing for probably the first time in, you think maybe hundreds of years. The air has never been clearer in here. And it's kind of like wiggles, tendrils lash the air, and we will roll for initiative.
Is there, like, what's the easiest way to add 3 to your initiative?
Just click roll on initiative, and we'll add 3.
Okay.
And basically, once your initiative is in the order, you can just click it and change the number yourself. So just roll, then add 3 yourselves. And I'll roll for the mushroom.
May I roll stealth for my initiative?
Yeah, I would say so. Especially because you're invisible. Excuse me. Oh, gotta roll. I gotta roll for rolling 2. Hold on. Jesus. Roland wanted it.
He's ready to go.
Okay, so Roland effectively has a 38. All right. And Sylvia, yours is actually 29, right? As well.
Yep.
What's your bonus compared to Tarek's? You have plus 14. Tarek has 17.
I have-
My
so.
bonus is, I think.
So
Well,
you're.
Tarek has higher wisdom, so he should
Yeah.
have higher bonus.
Yeah, well, my total initiative, and because I have the incredible initiative, I think my actual initiative is something like 19.
Jesus, 19 is crazy. Okay. So do you want Roland to delay till after you then? Or knowing that this thing is going to go before you guys, or before Sylvina?
I don't think he has to delay till after me. What do you guys think?
As long as he's still,
Damn,
you
that thing
guys,
got good initiative. Holy shit.
yeah. As long as he moves in such a way where he still leaves a firing lane for the two blasters, I don't think it's a problem necessarily.
Yeah, he
Sometimes
almost
they just
certainly
give,
will.
like, the ambush predator monsters good initiative bonuses. It's not because it's actually, like, fast movement.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Like, its reflex
Yeah, I
save
mean-
is way its worst save.
I think just have Roland do whatever he's gonna do.
Alright. Fucking... Where is it?
I mean, let's be clear. I don't, I don't think JB would wait.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
That man
So
has never
two
waited in
actions
his
to sudden
life.
stride and swing. Even with it looks like this is difficult terrain, but considering how fast he's moving plus Sylvina, it just doesn't matter. 36 will crit for 37 damage, including the acid.
That's not bad.
That's two actions. He does get one more attack still, I believe, at the map bonus. Regular bastard sword, number 2. I don't know why I did roll the damage, but yeah, that's not gonna do it. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so you guys see, like, Roland does slow a little bit, implying that this is difficult terrain. You see as he hits it, it wobbles in the air. You realize this thing is actually, because of the gases inside, levitating off the ground a little bit. It's floating. But there's already tasty prey right in front of it that smacked it, so it is going to go for first a tentacle
I will
attack.
say, the gust of wind will last until night for an entire round.
What how does gust of wind affect flying things, actually? Is there a subsection for it? Because this thing, like, does not have a speed. It only has a fly speed of 20. It does not have a regular movement speed.
Well, specifically, it extinguishes small non-magical fires, disperses fog and mist, blows objects of light bulk or less around, which I assume the spores count
No,
as.
yeah, it's not light bulk. It's thick.
And pushes larger objects. Large or smaller creatures in the area must attempt a fortitude save. Larger or smaller creatures that later move in the gust must attempt a save on entering.
Okay, so I didn't make the initial save, but I'll make it now. It's a nat 1. How far does it move? Jesus Christ.
Oh, it doesn't move.
Oh, it just can't go forward.
If it's a failure, it's knocked prone.
What is crit
If it's
failure?
a critical failure, it's pushed 30 feet in the wind's direction, and then knocked prone, and takes 2d6 bludgeoning damage.
Did you just knock it down
But
the
I think
sinkhole?
it's huge. I think it's huge, so I think it's unaffected. I don't think it's large.
Oh, I was really zoomed out. It is huge. Okay, so it is unaffected.
Yeah.
It's not gonna. Okay, so in that case, it's not gonna move anywhere. It's gonna take a swing at Roland here.
I mean, I think if it
Oh my
produces
god.
any spores, they'll get blown.
Yeah, the spores are like gone. That effect that it would have been a hazard. I'm gonna say it's just not a hazard right now. I rolled another nat 1 back to back on that part.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Yep.
Now I can't do any of its cool shit.
Jeez.
Okay. It's then going to do its next 2 actions. How does it do this? Okay, it's basically because it's no longer, you guys are not allowing it to do its persistent spore stuff. It is going to lash out a tendril coated in its own spores to try to contact Roland with them. I will say, as you guys see Roland's... Oh my god, never mind, that doesn't matter either. God damn it. One of its other abilities is that if it takes a certain amount of slashing damage, it, like, makes the obscuring mist effect because of all the spores that spew out, but you just blow that away. So never mind. So never mind. Forget cover. Anyway, it's just gonna try to fucking whip him with spores. He needs to make a reflex save. Jesus Christ. All of its passive abilities are so cooked.
Yet?
Huh? Ooh,
Does Roland auto pass those if he succeeds yet?
Great questions. Is that a feat that does it?
It would be a thing from his level. No,
I don't see anything.
I know he auto crit succeeds will saves. I don't think he does fort saves yet.
Yeah, I don't see anything for fort saves.
Isn't this reflex you said?
I mean, sorry, reflex. Is it combat? No, that's not it.
Let me just check.
I'm pulling it up.
Yeah, I'm getting up fighter quickly. Because I think he gets all of them eventually.
Guess
But...
what she said.
I think he does. If someone can find the name of that, let me know. But I'll roll his save while we're waiting. It does fail. Does have 2 hero points. I'm gonna burn 1 and reroll the reflex save. There we go.
Okay, 9th level is when he gets Fortitude.
But
and then
not
tempered
reflex
reflex reflex is a much higher level.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
he
because-
passed anyway. And I believe...
Yeah, level 15 is when he gets.
So
Any save he
he will
passes, the
have
auto
this
crit.
damage. Alright, he takes 14 half to 7. And is... as the spores kind of sink into his flesh, you see kind of like green veins spread out from that. He's also taking 2 persistent poison.
Not the most pleasant.
But most of his other abilities are negated by this wind. And... Oop, forgot to tab it over earlier. Now it's Tarek.
Badly wounded is rolling right now.
Is that 97 or 93 out of 143?
All right. I think I'm gonna use this turn. I think he'll be okay. He should be okay for a turn. I think. Move to here where I can see. Actually, I'll move further forward. That would clear a lane for Gangini here and protect the casters. I will then. I'll use my other 2 actions. I'm gonna spend a focus point.
Oh shit! He's focusing.
Debating whether I was thinking about maybe using one of my 5th level spells since I don't know what else we're fighting today, but I'll hold on to it for now. I'm gonna spend a focus point, and I'm gonna cast a Tempest Surge. Oh my goodness!
Ooh.
It has to make a DC 27 reflex save.
Okay. That is its worst save. Let's see. It did not 20 it though.
All right, so no damage.
You see the electricity kind of just like seems to it like whips a tendril that touches the ground and basically just grounds itself out to your lightning.
A lot of ups and downs on your dice today, Ben.
I know, nat 1s or fucking nat 20s, I guess. Jesus.
One of those days. That's my turn.
Sylvina?
Alright, I am going to Solar Detonation.
Just
Like,
past
behind
Roland.
Yeah, so it just doesn't hit Roland.
Yeah,
Hopefully
I
this
figured.
will burn away the spores that have now been kind of clustered back there.
The flash fire of
Oh.
spores behind it. Whoops, drop that D20. Let's grab another one. Oh my fucking god.
Go on
Alright,
to one.
new D20, another nat one.
Cool. It's going to take 66 fire damage.
Yes.
Correction, 76 fire damage. It's also
76
it's
fire
also
damage.
weak to fire.
I assume it's not undead.
No. Look, I can't take that
Okay.
many L's. It's just
and
fungus.
unfortunately, the blind won't affect it. But
It's so funny to me that I wonder to read you guys the spore sight ability, just like ability that like this creature specializes in.
what does it do?
The Dracothix excludes a cloud of spores that it uses to see. This is a rather imprecise sense that functions only in areas without strong wind currents.
So currently, it can't see.
Yeah, I was doing penalties on its hits too. It's not that that one would have mattered, but Jesus Christ.
The gusted wind was very effective then.
Yeah, I really cooked it from the start of this fight. Okay, Lupin. This thing's already past bloodied, in case anyone's wondering here.
On the
Alright.
bright side, I'm kind of redeeming myself for this floor on this fight.
Yeah, really purred it away. Oh, you see like tons of like spore ash descending.
Alright, first action, movement speed gets me there. And then second action, let's try again. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, cool. Then, final action, I will then go ahead and take melee strike with the Monarch against the creature.
Well, it certainly can't op attack you because it's fucking blind. Oh my lord. That will hit.
7. Alright. Then
12 plus sneak attack.
sneak attack 2d6. Alright, and since I took a hostile action against it, that will bring down the invisibility, and then that'll be my turn.
All right. Gangini. This thing is getting dunked on over here.
Guess I need to move a little bit.
Be careful.
Then I think
there's
I'm going to
spores.
cast Fireball, where Sylvina cast her sort of Fireball. Effectively Fireball. Solar Detonation, that one.
Can you exclude both of them? I guess if you hit it on the wall. The back corner? I think you might get Lupin, but also if he succeeds, he crit succeeds and takes nothing.
Lupin's like, do it, I can dodge it. I'll be fine.
Lupin is
Okay, I will cast
do it.
the Fireball so it hits Lupin and the Draco things.
I mean, at least it wasn't an at one, but I did fail.
Did you fail critically?
What? That depends. What's your save?
27?
No, I didn't fail critically.
Oh, there. 25.
35. It's
Plus
weak to fire.
There you go.
Alright,
So,
Roland
having
takes
a-
2 and is probably about to kill this thing. Jesus Christ.
Lupin, did you roll your save?
Oh yeah, Lupin,
sorry.
see if you just
Dex,
avoid
Dex.
this entirely.
Yep. I could do this.
He did it.
Yep. Succeeds and it becomes a crit success.
Yeah, it's like I just imagine it's like the invisibility drops and you just see him like Neo just dodging the fire.
Oh my god. Hell yeah.
God.
I mean, yeah. It's fucking toast. It lets out another one of its upon slashing damage release spores ability that gets immediately blown away and doesn't matter. And we are out of combat. Jesus Christ. That was foul.
Yeah, and Lupin sees that. You see that? Teamwork makes the dream work.
Wow. Okay. Let me check something. Okay.
I'm also gonna check something.
See, as I said, fire very effective.
Everybody gets 60 XP.
For it.
Fire and strong winds.
Look, I had to redeem myself on this floor somehow, considering
And
up
you
until
really
this room, I
cooked this
Yeah.
encounter.
All right. Ben, I'm gonna make a medicine check to try and cure the poison out of Roland right there.
Okay. We'll say you can do it during the next turn.
Okay.
It was good.
Okay.
So he won't take that too persistent. I'm gonna put that back on actually. If anyone wants to give me a perception check to like kind of look around all these old bodies the Dracathix has eaten. Or like broken down, really. Alright, Sylvina, you find
wanna
both items of a magical stature. First, give me a. You gotta find a pair of bracers. If you want to give me a Arcana check on those, or anyone. Anyone can. These are bracers of armor, type 1. I don't know that it really benefits anyone, but you can use it.
It doesn't benefit me because I just bought them.
Fair. Well, now you can sell them.
Is that the same as the Bands of Force, or?
Yeah, did you buy
Bands
it?
just
of
wondering-
Force are very, very slightly better.
Okay, nice. You also find on like kind of like desiccated, mummified finger of one of these serpent folk. You also find a ring. If someone wants to hit me with another Arcana. Sylvina, this is a greater ring of fire resistance. Basically gives you fire resistance 10.
Perhaps we may wish to give. I know Roland was discussing this. We may wish to give that to him, since he is often danger close to our fireballs.
He is often,
I was
yeah.
gonna say, I think
Danger
that in
close.
case
And
he gets
I
caught up in
imagine
our fireballs,
Yeah, but I
He
imagine
might-
his reflexes and as high as mine is.
Yeah, so he takes
Yeah.
10 less damage.
Alright,
Yeah.
we'll give it to Roland.
I mean,
if he wants to sell it later, that's up to him.
considering he took a quadruple fireball to the face against the Brimmer Axe, I don't think he's going to turn it down.
No, I don't think so. How much do the bracers of armor sell for, though?
I just minimized. I think it was like 400 something. Alright. There's also the fungus-covered sinkhole. Basically, you could attempt a thievery check to, like, disable... Basically, you're, like, cutting away the sheets of fungus that would fuck you up if you fell down here. And then it's an easier climb. Or you could just not go down this way. Those are up to you.
Does anyone besides Lupin do thievery at any level?
No, I think it's just Lupin. Oh, maybe you?
About 25.
It's a DC 25. You, like,
There we
cut
go.
away a few key strands of, like, fibrous fungus, and there's, like, sheets of poisoned matter fall away. Alright, you see it's about a 30-foot climb down. There are lots of handholds, though.
Kind of inclined to
Are
say we
we-
maybe go one of the other ways down rather than like a drop that if we've. I don't like the idea of dropping down into something that we don't have an easy retreat from if we get into a bad encounter down there.
I agree. How far down does it go, do we know, Ben?
Doesn't Sylvina, like, fly or something?
I can
It
fly
goes
for
about
you, too.
30 feet down, you would estimate. You give me a perception check looking down the hole.
I was gonna say, we could just drop some fireballs down the hole.
do have a couple folks we're trying to keep alive. Remember?
Yeah. All right. Maybe we should do a perception check. I like that idea.
Okay.
Let's not just random. I appreciate the hustle, but let's not just randomly drop depth charges.
Yeah, I agree. Are we even planning on going down yet, or were we going to go back to town?
I thought you guys
I
were
mean,
gonna
I
go
think
down because you're fucking still sitting
Yeah.
pretty on resources.
Same here. I got no reason to go back right now.
I think can we
Honestly,
medicine check?
Tarek,
roll?
I think you see a bit of movement down there, but you don't see exactly what's moving around.
Something down there. I think we take a route that's not quite so.
Something prowling
One
around
easy.
here.
All right. What I think maybe what we could do, Ben, is if we can take 20 minutes. What I can do is then I can heal Roland, and then those of us who need focus points can refocus. Would that work?
Refocusing would let me not have enfeebled 2 anymore.
Okay. You guys can spend 20
Oh.
minutes. I would recommend spending it outside the plant room. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, definitely.
Actually, it's a gambit. Do I keep enfeebled 2 so the next time I do the initiative boosting ability, I'm enfeebled 3, but the initiative bonus is +4?
That is really funny.
That's how oracles work.
I mean, that's up to you. You got to make that decision for you.
I
Cat
will
just
do the
went
DC.
sprinting by. Jesus.
Mine is sitting here begging. Okay, I'll do the DC 20 medicine check.
All right. On rolling first, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
That'll do. That'll crit, actually.
So I can never remember 2d8 plus.
I think it's 2d8 plus 10 becomes 4d8 plus 10, maybe?
Yes, that is correct. And like I can start like, I mean, next level I will be able to auto 30 my medicine checks, which will be nice.
Hell yeah.
And
Alright,
since
go ahead and roll
Lupin
that
doesn't
heal
need
then.
any recovery, it's like he's he's
Okay.
started to like redress himself, and it's like as he does, it's like he starts looking, and it's like, oh man, you see what your gust of wind did? It's made my fur all poofy. And he'll snap his fingers and change into elf form.
I feel like you do that, but there's still like one cowlick of hair that like won't sit right, even in elf form.
And then he just sort of like tucks it under the hat.
Hell yeah. Alright, he's back up to... He's about 19 down from max. I think that's pretty good.
Are we gonna refocus or not?
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep the enfeebled 2.
Okay. Well,
Alright.
I still have one focus point, so if I need it, I can transform. So I have plenty of other spells. So okay, then we'll just take 10. I'll take 10 minutes of patch up roll, and then we can press on.
Alright, I mean, you got a variety of ways down here. Where do you want to head down to the next floor? You could take the pit, like the actual, like the main pit. You could take this little hole that you guys just found. Leads down into a dark room. Maybe it looks like there might be some more mushroom matter down there. Hard to say for sure. And then there are a couple other staircases you could take down as well.
I'm kind of inclined to take one of the staircases.
I'm
We all
curious
think-
about the staircase next to the coffin, personally.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's the smartest choice.
Most of the floors we've reached so far have been through the main pit. Try a different approach.
Sure. Here, I'm gonna bring your minis to your tokens to that side then. And Lupin. And Genki. Solvina.
Oh, we should have gone down the main pit. Oh well.
Uh,
That's life.
what's wrong?
There you guys find a
Oh, it's just-
small little passage.
Hard to map out what's where in the pit if I don't have the center as reference.
Fair. Fair.
To be fair, it is also Like, the caves always branch out in different directions, so it is also hard to, like, do without a central reference point.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a perception check as you guys get to the bottom of the stairs from the coffin room.
Not great.
Ooh, okay, not bad, not bad. Let's see.
I'm sorely tempted to re-roll, but I'm going to save my hero points.
Okay, so House got 26.
Hey.
Oh, you made it.
We easily defeated a giant fungus thing.
But yeah, it went very well.
And you got a ring of fire resistance for your trouble.
Now you can fireball me.
Exactly.
I mean, we figured you needed
Discriminate.
it because, like, I can just Neo dodge out of the way anyway.
Yeah.
You
Plus,
see
you
the
know-
vision.
Plus, you know, the whole Bermerac blasting you 4 times in the face.
On
Yeah.
a 26, you hear almost as if she's talking to herself, like a vaguely female, like femme-sounding voice. Just be like, I'm gonna have to feed her soon. Get the little songbird going. That's what you hear. What do you guys do?
Is it in common?
It's in common. Seems like she hasn't noticed you guys.
Do we just press on?
I mean, Roland's one
just-
to kick down the door.
I mean, no one
very
chill is
slowly
gonna
and
be.
carefully.
No one chills is gonna be hanging out on this floor with the pad.
True.
All right. So Roland kick this down then.
He's muted right now.
That's all for me. I'm not actually. I'm just on my phone.
He's just listening for it because he said it wasn't here.
Gotcha.
Door kicks open. I'm gonna say Roland steps out. This is to his right.
Oh, honey.
The wide cavern stretches east to west here, with a 5-foot wide tunnel extending even farther north at the end of the chamber. The ceiling arches to a height of nearly 20 feet above, and against the walls appear to be 10 stone sarcophagi that have been fused into the cavern itself. The face on each sarcophagus has been sculpted to depict a different figure, although one in the north wall appears to depict nothing but a heap of maggots squirming on a skeleton that reaches upward as if begging for mercy. At the western end of the cavern is a large nest of bones, shredded cloth, gravel, and strips of leathery flesh. As this thing turns toward Roland, it's just like, ooh, have you all come to audition to be my newest caged pets? And we are going to roll for initiative. Let me clear the order. So we're on a new map. Alright, go ahead.
I will use my ability to become enfeebled 3 and give everyone +4 to
so
initiative.
weak. Katie's just struggling.
Just don't worry about me over here. I'm just
Oh, why didn't that add a turn? She got a nat
Ugh.
20 for 40.
Huh?
don't.
Honestly, I'll wear that. That way I can come in at the back of the order and heal folks and stuff.
Oh, why did I close Roland's sheet? That was foolish of me. Why have I done
Oh, I didn't
this?
click on my token before I rolled initiative. How do I get that?
If you just want to click on you and roll it again, and then just type in whatever you got the first time, that's fine.
Oh, is that an actual 40 that
Yeah, it's an actual 40 that she got.
baddie roll? Oh, good.
You have a +4, right? That you give them now?
Yes.
Okay, that brings Roland up to a 40 as well.
Did I still mess it up?
Which means that because of that, Roland has a higher bonus and will go before the snake.
Nice.
Insane. Alright, so it should have been 27 the first time for you, it looks like. Or, was that what it was? Yes.
26. It would have been
26.
22 plus 4.
Okay.
Which is what he rolled again.
Whoops.
Yeah.
I just deleted
I thought about
Roland's
re-rolling
token.
mine, Ben. I am not going to. So I think it's okay if I come in at the back of the order.
Okay. Thanks to the bonus from Gangini, Roland somehow goes first. He's gonna do his sudden charge and swing with the machete. I know it's not a machete. I don't know why I said that.
I think I could just walk over and vicious swing.
Or you could do that.
Yeah.
24.
Hero point it.
Alright, last
Yeah,
hero
it's a 3
point.
on the die.
We'll burn it. Let's try that again. That'll hit that time. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to roll a fortitude save. I clicked by accident. It's
Is that
not a
crit?
it's not a crit, but does still do 31 plus the 2 acid. She doesn't have any special things on that, so she's gonna take the 33. And that's 2 actions. Roland can make a use the third action to swing again.
No. If I walk over, I can.
Oh yeah,
bonus
you
swing.
walked over and it's 2 from the vicious swing. That's right. All right. It is this snake next. What will she do?
Someone feel like gas poison.
Gotta read the phrasing of this spell. Alright, this is gonna be a will save from Roland. Which could just turn into a crit success here. 24.
As long as it's not crit fail. What did I roll to get the 24?
A 10.
A 10, so it's pretty much middle of the road. Like 50-50, it's worse or better.
You know what? Fuck it, or roll it. I'm spending channel points.
Alright, channel points.
It's not letting me. Fucking push out.
So we'll just mark down that you gotta do it later.
Yeah. Yeah, Snap Internet, it's not. Right.
Oh, I think I just went.
29.
Alright, 29. Oh, excuse me. Oh, wait, why do I... Sorry, I have too many things. Too many enemies open. That is a fail, but not a crit fail. Until the next time. Okay. You hear a voice inside your head, Roland, that's just like, get in the sarcophagus. And you get ready to spend your actions doing that next turn to get in the one next to her. That is
In the back of the head.
2 actions. For her final action.
Am I able to make a reactive strike against that?
Let me see if that's manipulate. She's also... It does have that, but I know Nagas have some weird shit where they don't actually use hands to cast, but I think she still has to use manipulate. I don't see anything that says she doesn't, so I'll say yeah, you can take a swing. But you do still fail the spell. Let's see. 27 does not hit. It seems to glance not off her scales, but there's like a thin blue energy membrane surrounding her. Okay. Cool. Let's see. That is gonna be. Well, she doesn't want to attack Roland because you are already under the spell. I think she just backs up a little bit. Sylvina. What shall you do? Or are you muted?
Next.
I was saying I just need to move to get a view of what's actually going on
Okay.
in the room.
You step in, see that room I described. You see the. If you want to make it would be an Arcana check to know like what. It's probably some kind of Naga, but, like know more about it. This is what you would guess to be a spirit Naga. They often have this like. They occupy this place in Naga culture, kind of similar to how the place that like hags would occupy in humanoid culture. Just these like outlandish witch type figures. They often try to like go live solitary lives away from other Naga in like places of death and corruption.
Lovely.
You would know that like despite this like hideous appearance and like backstory, they feel like a profound pride in this ability to like tap into the mysteries around them.
I feel like this is a thing that's going to have a good reflex save, which does not make me happy. But I don't really have things that are good to do that are not
Fair.
reflex save based. How tall is the room that we're in?
20 feet.
20 feet?
Yeah.
I don't really think it's worth flying up then. Do I see a coffin somewhere?
I mean, you see all those weird sarcophaguses like lining the walls, like these protruding lumps over here. Give me a perception check. You hear someone kind of quietly groaning, as if in pain, coming from the sarcophagus back here. And then you hear, like, on top of the crying, there's, like, a weird discordant note that occurs. And you realize it's the note as if, like, someone put their hand on or, like, accidentally kicked a lyre. And you suddenly, or a lute, excuse me, and you suddenly place, like, the quiet groaning. Arica Averton is in there. Or at least something that sounds like her.
Okay. I think this is gonna get her very upset with me, which is not gonna go well for me, but
Oh no.
that's fun, I guess. I am going to send out.
Cast Crush Stone Sarcophagus.
No, I can't do that. I don't think it's particularly good against stone, so. And I'm just gonna do a 2-action air elemental blast at it for lightning damage.
Okay. Mental. She kind of like flicks her tail and like disperses the electricity into little like tiny offshoots of sparks. It doesn't hit.
I was going for the sarcophagus, not
Oh,
her.
for the sarcophagus itself? Oh, let me look at the stats
Yeah.
of this. Hold on. Okay.
Oh, I knew I was not gonna hit her. I've got like plus 13 or 14 to hit or something. This was not.
Hold on. It's based on the spell, so I gotta double check this. That does hit it. It doesn't seem to shatter it though. Like the electricity is not going great into the stone face. You see, it does start to crack. I'll say on 22 damage.
Okay.
Or I mean, sorry, on 22 to hit, 12 damage.
Okay. It would be 16 damage, by the way.
Oh yes, because it is a double action.
Yeah.
I will adjust the value. Okay. In that case, that's 3 actions, right? Because you moved as well.
Yes, that's 3 actions.
All right, Lupin.
All right, first action, I'll stride. And...
Do.
20, 25. All right. Second action, I'll go ahead and stride again. So get in position here. All right, cool. Against the wall. Third action, I'll attack. And as I hear, remember what she said about should be like, oh, so you're into that kinky stuff, are you? All right, then I'll make a melee attack with the Monarch.
All right, go for it. You strike at her 33. That
33.
does hit.
All right.
12 from that.
All right, so 2 strides and attack, so that'll be all for me.
Alrighty, Gangini, you are real tired.
Guess I need to be closer.
Nah, just hide in the tunnel. It's probably fine.
So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be good. I'm gonna try to impending doom her. It's a bit of an old reliable. I think it's good.
I mean, why not?
I think she probably has crazy saves, to be honest. I'm kind of concerned about it.
It is a regular success.
Okay,
So next round,
is...
she's unaffected for 1 round. Next time, she'll become flat-footed and then frightened. And then at the end of the 3rd round, half damage. So it'll be 27 half to like 13.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Tarek. What will you do?
Unit. Lavina, you said your ability gives us an extra 10 feet of movement?
I don't. Not this fight. I don't.
No, because you're not starting in my kinetic aura. Oh, it happens all the time.
Oh, I thought it was when
If
you were
they start their
specifically
turn
doing.
in my kinetic aura.
wind shenanigans. I don't know.
No. It's just if they're starting my kinetic aura, which is within 10 feet of me on the start of their turn.
Gotcha. All right. So Tarek runs in
So
to the
20
room.
Ben, you tell me. This coming out thing. Can
Whoops.
I move diagonal to get adjacent to roll?
Yeah, I'll say so. Hold on. There you go.
Can I tell that Roland has been had his mind affected? Do I need to make a perception check?
Yeah, I'd say perception to get like a sense motive.
$32.
Should I roll deception?
No, I don't think it's roll deception. I was having him roll it against spell DCs. I think you can see something's up with Roland. Like, he's kind of like not even got a firm grip on the sword. Like, clearly not ready to go into combat on this activation.
And seeing that, all right. You tell me if this is too metagamey, but otherwise, I was gonna try and clear mind him immediately.
Oh, okay.
That was the thing. It's like if I can, it's why I keep it in case he gets, you know, a case of
What's the
wrong in
description of
brain.
the spell?
I can link it real quick.
I feel like
It may
Jarek
or
is
may
constantly
not
watching.
be our
I feel like
greatest
Jarvis-
fear that
So
Roland will get.
because this is, I have it prepared at level 4, so controlled is one of the conditions. It confused and controlled I can dispel.
Oh, if you upcast it, it adds confusing control. I see. I believe
I feel like
this
Jarek is
does
constantly watching
count.
Roland to make sure he hasn't been mind control.
Hey, my guy is from original, like basically an orc barbarian tribe. He knows a thing or two about what happens when somebody gets a case of wrong on the brain.
You kind of like put your palm on the back of Roland's helm with like a pulse of magic. Roland, this like inner subconscious desire to go into the sarcophagus just disappears completely.
Turn you into a pair of boots.
That's my turn. I moved and then 2 action cast a spell.
All right. It's back to Roland. Roland is cleared now. I think just moving up and fucking swinging. Well, let me see. Actually, is there a better? I'm gonna go to here so I can get a flanking angle with Lupin.
Yeah.
And let's go for vicious. That does hit up to effectively a 32 with flanking. It doesn't crit. But that 27 does go through.
Nice.
Going over to Velortho.
Does the acid damage go through as well?
The acid damage does not seem to be doing a lot here.
Okay.
Okay, what are we gonna do here? So many options. She is going to use her first 2 actions, to kind of like weave back and forth, very like serpent-esque, and as Roland watches this from a combat stance, Roland is gonna need to make a will save.
Great.
That is a pass, and yours go up to critical successes, right?
Yeah.
All right, then you are unaffected. That's good.
Does that ability have the move trait?
The manipulate. Hers does not. This is like a snake thing that she's doing.
But does it have the move trait?
Do you mean the manipulate?
Well, there's manipulate and move.
Oh, hold on, let me check. It didn't have
So they
manipulate.
said she,
but-
like-
I was kind of just flavoring it for coolness, but
Oh, okay.
it doesn't look like it specifically says that.
All right.
It's all me. I got too flavorful. All right. I think if that's the case, then she just is gonna, out of frustration that you resisted a very high level spell of hers, effectively. She's going to just lash down and try to bite Roland. Okay. Roland, that is a 36.
Not a crit.
Which is, yeah, too shy of being a crit, but does hit. Which means you're going to take some damage here. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong damage dice. I'm sorry, damage dice. Okay. Okay, Roland takes 16 piercing. And then it's going to be subject to the Spirit Naga Venom, which is a Fortitude save. Which Roland does fail.
What am I roll?
With channel points?
Yeah, I'm gonna have channel point it.
Let me see.
I think.
Okay, turns into a pass.
And he turns
That's a crit
to
pass.
level 9. He turns it into a crit pass.
Yep, that was very good. Spirit Naga Venom is very brutal. Sylvina.
All right.
I use my free action to flip off the Naga.
Nice. She's so jealous. She doesn't have
All right.
hands.
I'm going to start by once again 2-action elemental. Actually, I'm going to flying flame at both Velortho and the coffin behind her.
Oh, okay. All right, arcing to both.
I assume she will
it's-
likely.
She'll try to make the save. The stone wall just takes it basically.
Yeah, I think
What's your DC? 27.
27. Yeah.
She doesn't crit succeed, but she does pass, so she'll have that to, we'll call it 7.
All right. And then the coffin will take how much the coffin takes.
Yep. Still marking on the coffin. The coffin's still, it's not bloodied yet, but you can see that you're damaging it.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna 1-action air elemental blast once again at the coffin. 36 to hit
Woo!
the coffin for 11 points of electricity damage.
All right. Another surge of lightning, the smell of ozone, like ionizing the air. It looks like it's just above bloodied, as you start to like smash through with spell energy into the sarcophagus.
Yep. That's it for my turn.
Lupin.
All right. Let's see here. I will go ahead and hang here, and yep. Let's just go ahead and do attack with the monarch. All right, 23.
Even with flanking, yeah, that's not going to do it. I think we'll pause for a bathroom break once we get to the top of the order, by the way.
3rd to hit.
All right. All right. Let's see here.
All right.
Tell you what, fuck it. I'm in a good place here, and I got like here. So you know what? I'm just gonna go all out. I'm just gonna go ahead and do 2 more attacks with map on each.
Hell yeah, we can pop off.
Nice.
33.
That 20.
Crit to nat 20.
Natural 20.
God damn, that'll do it. All right, crit for 24.
And then sneak, however much that is, right?
Yeah, so is it 3d6 now?
Still at 2d6 right now, but
Does it
With the
double
horse.
because of the crit?
It should.
all right. Yep, 46 coming up. Oh, what? 13.
All right, 37. Nice.
All
All right,
then once,
Naga is looking bloody now.
once more. Dirty 20. All right, so that's all for me.
All right, going over to Gangini.
How do you guys have such high bonus to hit? No.
I'm looking up something real quick.
Oh,
I think
wait,
I
never
know what
mind.
I'm going
I have
to
a
do.
higher bonus than I thought I had. I was not paying good attention.
Valid.
I have to write all the numbers in, so when I'm looking at the numbers, I have the same text as the.
I'm going to cast Force Barrage at her at 5th level. Yeah, that's what her. Yeah.
Magic machine gun.
Are we taking our break now, Ben, or are we doing it
Um,
after the round?
After
Top
Tarek
of the round,
goes.
he said.
Okay.
Tarek. After
Flutter
after the
3.
machine gun goes off. All right, bolts slam into Valortho over and over again. She's looking pretty rough.
All right. I'll see if what I can do to try and help finish us off. I will.
Does it involve becoming a T-Rex and trying to fight her?
No, I don't think my to hit. I've thought about it, but my to hit is not very good. Is the problem? It's
And
not.
she's
It
got
won't
the
be. As, it
30
won't be. As,
AC.
yeah, it's gonna be. I'm gonna be real hard pressed to get good hits through. So I am gonna use my last focus point. And use another Tempest Surge. Where are my focus spells? Where go my focus? But there we go. The D12s giveth and the D12s taketh away.
Yeah, for real. Holy shit. Was it 2815? Jesus. Okay, that one she will crit succeed.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh well. Last thing I will do is just for a one action, I will glass shield as a cantrip. That's my turn. It was worth a try.
All right. Let's pause there and do a quick bathroom break. Let me Okay, here we go. Alright, we are mid-combat, fighting Lortho. Oops, sorry, double taps. But it is Roland. Can Roland just finish this, snake? Let's find out.
Finish my book.
I mean, if I get a crit, I think that's just the fight.
It's not a crit, but that does still hit.
Unlikely crit.
She is still alive. It's not looking good. If Roland can get the multiple attack here. Not quite, though. He managed to parry it off her scales.
Well, if she does something with manipulate, he gets to off attack.
Yeah.
That is true.
Actually kill her there.
What will she do?
And if he gets the op attack, that means I get.
Oh yeah, you get your bonus op attack. That's a cool ability.
She's feeling pretty stuck. So she is going.
By the way, wait, Marcus, is that
Oh,
only
yeah.
whenever somebody else makes a reaction attack, or is it whenever an ally makes any attack?
As far as I'm aware, it's any. As far as I'm aware, it's any attack, at least from how
Yeah, I
it's
think it's
worded.
any attack.
But,
Then-
but of course the GM's got final say.
Yeah, I think you can. I think you can make it when he just makes a normal attack.
Then hypothetically, you should be able to attack.
Yeah, if you want to make an attack right now, you could finish it potentially.
All right, well, let's see. 34. For 9.
That does hit. And with one final stab in with the Monarch, she will rear up and fall.
Nice.
I
Yeah,
think
as far as like, we
Karika's-
ain't joining your kinky sex dungeon tonight.
I
And
think
everyone
Karika
gets
is
40
actively
XP.
not enjoying the sex dungeon, so we should probably get her out of the.
I'll see you guys.
She was
Can...
one of the party members of the other adventure party, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the one that like
Yeah.
had an original party that died in the pit and then like joined this other one subsequently.
Yeah,
Now I know why that name sounded so familiar. This is out of character thing. That's the same name as the person I see who cuts my hair.
Hell yeah.
Mm.
Show them the D&D art and be like, is this you?
Yeah, the one that's at that the barber I told you. It sounds like one from a D&D campaign.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I guess I will just keep blasting away at the.
Well, careful. Let's. Now that we're out of combat, I think perhaps Roland and I can try and pry her out.
That's true.
Top it open.
I'll say if the pair of going to give me athletics checks.
I think I have it.
You'll have to roll for me.
34 for Roland.
Yeah.
And then fire. Yeah, I'll go ahead and roll. I should have taken the assurance.
I think it takes you guys about 10 more minutes, but working not as much as lightning blast because less attention. You guys do manage to break apart the sarcophagus here. And Arica Averton steps out. Pop up her art because we haven't seen her in a hot while since you guys had dinner at the Rusty Dragon. Arica.
Yes, Lupin will rush over. Say, "Here, you all right, Cher?"
She kind of like is stumbling out. She's like, she kept me alive just to keep singing to her.
Oh, here, it's all right. I'll take out my water skin and hand it over to her.
I think she like just kind of greedily drinks the water.
Do we hear noise from any of the other sarcophagi?
Give me another perception check. I think as you are like doing a sweep, she'll probably stagger over to Gangini and just kind of like lean on the wall, like lean her head on him.
Do you need any healing, Arica? I mean, I don't
She's
know
like,
what she was
unless
doing
you
with
can
you, but...
restore like fatigue and exhaustion. I'm not wounded as such.
Can we do that?
I can do that. Do you have, what are your oracle? Actually, what does your fancy staff have?
Uh, um.
You search all of the various crypts here. And apart from, I mean, basically, you kind of burst out of one of these sarcophagus walls, which was a door. But apart from that, they all seem to have fancy carvings. You don't hear anyone behind them.
Was she a bard?
She is a bard, yes.
I have sound body, but it doesn't sound like it's like a supernatural thing. It sounds like she's just exhausted.
Yeah, I mean, enfeeble is on the list of things.
I'd say if you could remove enfeeble, it could definitely help.
It can remove enfeebled. I'll cast sound body on Arika.
Alright. You see she kind of like stretches, rolls her shoulders, but just like, feels a little better. Thank you.
You haven't been back to Sandpoint in a while, have you?
She shakes her head. So, like, I don't.
Did you hear the sound? Did you hear the Sandpoint devil is dead?
I hadn't heard that. We've been down here for a while. Like, I'd like nothing more than to get back to Sandpoint. Like, I'll mend the burned bridge with my mom. I'm done with adventuring.
Yeah, that's a good thing, because, got some, unfortunate news about Caleb, but we could tell you that later.
She's like, look, I don't know what his deal is, but he had ordered me and the rest to help ambush the lot of you. And considering you're the ones that rescued me, like, it's not lost on me, the irony. I'll tell you what I can.
Alright, I will warn you, though, whatever you think his deal is,
It's worse.
yeah.
She kind of arches and I was just like, interesting.
I'm not sure
Look.
worse. It's just probably not what you expect.
Look, men in power are sometimes the worst. I can agree with that.
Well, not necessarily what you'd expect.
She kind of frowns, confused. She's like, look,
Here. Let's get.
he
Look
ordered
around.
us down here. We were supposed to. It came down with some mercenaries. We were supposed to betray the mercenaries and ally with some serpent folk we found down here and then set up a trap for you all. But the attempt to forge an alliance kind of fell apart. I saw Curtis. He fled west. I believe I saw him run. Now you guys know it's Curtis Jahid, the like crazy monk dude. This guy.
Was he a monk? I thought he was a fighter.
I think yeah, that's what I'm right. He was more like a hand-to-hand fighter.
Yeah, he didn't really seem enlightened.
No, it's
Yeah.
like I think he has a lot of monk style attacks, but no, it's not like he is like a monk of an order. More like a street brawler. But I don't think the brawler class got ported to Tui. Look, I didn't want to follow Curtis, and I went north. I thought I could loop around to an exit, but then I got captured by that thing over there. Look, I can tell you some of the areas we were in before it all went wrong. She kind of like starts gesturing on the cave. She's like, oh, there's like a rock slide down. Whoops, hold on. Down the tunnel this way. We had seen a bunch of the serpent folk around the corner from there, and they led us into this larger chamber. It was I feel like they had a name for it. I think they called it the Clockwork Foyer. But they let us. There's a lot of gears in the ceiling, and I don't know. It didn't look like serpent folk construction, if you ask me. But yeah, that's where it fell apart. The two groups we started fighting. Let's see what else is there. She got like is like trying to catch her breath, and she's like, there was some more rooms that had some fungus in them. We tried to avoid those as much as possible. That's I don't know. That's about all we saw. Adamar, I think, is somewhere down here. I don't know. He might have gotten dragged off by the serpent folk. As for our boss, I don't know where he ended up.
See what we find in the others. As for Caleb, how familiar are you with an intellect devourer?
Her eyes go wide. She's like, "You're kidding me."
No.
Believe me, sure, I wish we were.
I don't think Tarek's ever kidded in his life. It's a grave matter.
Oh, I can't believe I'm working for a monster like that. Oh my god. She kind of like holds a hand to her mouth.
Easy. Come on,
Yeah,
let's get you out of here.
Yeah, let's get you back up top.
For the group, I'm still fairly like we could drop her off back in town, then teleport back down and keep. What time of day is it then?
Probably close to noon.
We could keep pushing if we want to.
I say we just go back to town and
Call it a day. Okay.
yeah, I think that's probably just safer.
Alright. If you're bringing her back, she will, first of all, she's like, look, I am done with adventuring. You all can have this. She passes you guys her sword. It is a +1 striking, shifting short sword. Basically, you can kind of like morph into different shapes. Look up the shifting keyword.
Where did she say Curtis was?
She said he ran off to the west after they met in like that Clockwork Foyer area, which is like to the south of you guys. So he's presumably somewhere southwest.
West. And the Scarnetti went
North, I believe. And she wasn't sure where Caleb went.
The Scarnetti, she's not sure where. She thinks he might have been dragged away by the serpent folk.
No, she went north. That's my bad. Yeah.
Oh, I hear you saying.
I got them mixed up. That was me.
You're good. As you guys are kind of discussing stuff, she will turn to Gangini and she's like, "Look, you'll probably make better use of this than I would. Considering how you befriended her and how you guys got her influence high enough, she's gonna pass you her loot as well, Gangini."
Nice. I will take it from her gingerly and give it like a respectful bow and tell her that I'll take good care of it.
Basically, it functions as another like lesser maestro's instrument. Although hers is like
having more of those.
bit engraved. All right. You said you could teleport us out of here.
Yeah.
That we can.
All right.
Yeah, let's get her back to town.
You guys get an additional 20 XP for getting her out of here, rescuing her. You want to add that on?
Brings us to an even 500.
Nice. Hell yeah, exactly halfway.
Brings us to 540.
Oh, does it?
Oh, did you forget did you get the 40 from Valortho?
I did. Oops. Thank you.
Ah, that's the difference. I was like, okay, that's like one encounter that was missed. Okay. You guys are able to head back. Head back up to the previous level. Find your teleport runes that you need. Sorry, I might have to go get some more water in a minute. I drank all of mine. And I am losing it. You know what? While you guys decide you're gonna get in town really quick, and I will go grab some water. Right, I'll be right back. Hold on, here we go. Okay, go ahead.
I have to go AFK here for a second. As far as money goes, I know we at least have 240 gold pieces worth of rare spices, 3+1 machetes, occultist's cowl, some studded leather armor, like the lesser stuff I can figure out later. It's not super important. So the sword, it would be worth 325 gold pieces. So we have that, and then the 3+1 machetes, but I think it would be like another 100. So I think the main thing is that we want to sell the rare spices because that's a treasure item. So
Yeah.
so let's do that for right now, and then 3+1 machetes. That's 35 gold pieces each. So that's 105.
Math.
A total of 105 halved. Or so everybody gets from selling the 3 machetes and the spices. Everybody gets 60 gold and 4 silver.
Gold. I'll add that to your sheet.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Can you let me know how much that is?
Yeah, once I realize why I keep fucking closing only your sheet.
I have to go AFK a second. I will be back in a moment.
Yeah.
Okay, what did he say about it? It was 64 gold and what?
65 gold and 4 silver, I think.
Oh, and 4 silver.
60 gold and 4 silver.
60
Oh.
gold. Okay. Okay. All right, I added that to your gold. Okay. Is there anything in particular else that you guys are shopping for?
Not too much here. I'll just go ahead and pick up 3 moderate healing potions. Just to bring it back up to 10 like I was before.
How much does that bring me to total?
Your total gold is 456.
Okay. I'm still a ways off from an upgrade. I realized with the weapon runes, striking doesn't count towards the amount of runes you can have on a weapon.
Oh, it's just a separate
Yeah,
number?
The
Interesting.
the +1 and the striking are fundamental runes, and they don't count towards the total. I'm looking at there's one for, it's called Brilliant, so it makes it do an additional 1d4 fire, and 1d4 an additional 1d4 against spirit against fiends, an additional 1d4 against undead, and on a crit, the target must succeed at a DC 29 fort save or be blinded for a round.
Damn, that's a solid ability.
I can also activate it to counteract magical darkness. But that's 2,000 gold pieces for that.
So it's still yeah, like 25% of the way there, basically.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah. By the way, do I see that guard that I gave the bastard sword to walking around?
Sure, you can, yeah. Aberton goes back to her mom's bakery, as you guys are selling things. And she says, like, you guys are welcome to check in with her whenever you need her, but she is not going back in the pit. I think you find the guy with, like, this crazy-ass sword. Like, he's still in guard uniform, like the rest of the city guards, like, with, like, a spear. And he just has this big-ass sword, like, strapped to his waist.
Yeah.
Mr. Roland, hello.
Hey, I was kind of in a hurry when I was dropping that off.
Oh, and a fine sword it is, sir. Thank you again.
Yeah, I think I may have forgotten to mention. You do know that's the sword that killed the Sandpoint Devil, right?
You see, like, he kind of just like doesn't know what to say, and the guard to his left is like his patrol buddy is just kind of slack jawed, and he's like, "I beg your pardon. It was involved in the effort, or
I'm the one who killed the Sandpoint devil with it. Got the beheading
you see?"
strike.
Kind of like looks down. Is like, "Are you sure you want me to have this?"
Yeah. I mean, you not want it.
No. I do. I want it. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Can't wield. I mean, I think I could wield two swords at once, but it wouldn't be very effective.
Well, I must thank you even more fervently this time. Then, this is a great boon that you have bestowed upon me.
Yeah.
I think even as you walk away, he's just like, his friend's like, "Well, let's fucking pull it out. I want to see it again." And you hear them like kind of like talking loudly, excited, and animatedly as you walk away.
You gave that dude a relic.
Yeah, this is being a fucking like family heirloom. This dude's gonna pass down now.
And sorry, speaking of swords, one thing I did want to finally do because I forgot about it for a while.
Yeah.
We still have a chunk of that ward stone that I think was like a shadow demon was in.
Oh, the chunk of the old wardstone. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like we looked it up. It was like essentially just cold iron, like fancy cold iron, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Would I be able to hire somebody to craft it, or do we have to craft things ourselves?
I think you could probably hire like what's his name, Savata Arms or whatever, the local arms armorer.
Okay, I would like to make a
Savat.
cold iron bastard sword.
All right.
Requires at least 110 gold pieces of cold iron and 11 GP per bulk, which I think a bastard sword is just one bulk.
Okay, I'd say yeah. You're able to. You have enough of the material. Is just to have another option weapon.
And then, what does it cost to have runes transferred over?
That I'm not sure.
I think me and Lupin are the only ones who really use magic weapons.
I'll just put it in your sheet that you have it for now. Then we'll figure out how to transfer this stuff.
After 10% of the rune's price.
A tenth of the rune's price, or what was it?
10%.
Oh, okay. That's actually not that crazy.
So a +2 and a +2 is striking and a corrosive.
Yes.
Like however much those runes cost, 10%. I think I might be able to afford to move them all over.
I have to do the math, but probably.
I'll add it up and I'll let
Okay,
you know how much
add
it
it
is.
up and let me know. And if you do have enough, you've got 456. We'll like say you did it during this shopping trip.
Yeah.
And we'll just have retroactively done it. Okay. Excellent. Anyone else doing other things in town?
Let's see here. I guess any signs of Red anywhere, or is she still out investigating?
She's investigating if she's like in town.
Well, isn't like, it's like, is she still out like here, because I'm no like, like Lupin's gonna still be like playing it cool, but it's like he knows that she's in a potentially dangerous situation, so he's gonna still be worried about her until she finally like returns.
Okay, that makes sense. I think you are trying to, as much as possible, like, keep ears open, like make sure everything's working. But yes, she is not in town yet. But you like have recruited enough feelers for this to work. To know when she comes back to town.
All right.
Okay. Let me see. Nothing should happen to you guys tonight, even with rest. Okay. You guys be able to rest in your various places of stay without much trouble. Ooh. Sorry, I am more tired than I thought it was. Okay, so, the following day, is there anything you guys are doing before you're heading back to the floor that you just discovered?
I can't think of anything.
I guess Lupin would join back up with everybody, and looking fresh and clean, and he's back in Kitsune form once again.
Alright. Hell yeah. Well, I'm going to transfer us back to that new map.
Alright. Do we want me to try and figure out where the Scarnetti guy is? Or no?
Sorry, say again?
Do you guys want me to try and ask him where he is?
Yeah, why not? I mean, hopefully it helps us get some points with Titus.
Okay. I'd say, give me,
I'm gonna whisper on the wind to him.
And are there any limits to Whisper on the Wind?
He has to have air around him, and he has to be within, I believe it's currently a mile.
A mile is pretty crazy.
Wait until it's... If we get to Iron of Love, which this campaign will not go to, it will be planet-wide.
Planet-wide is whack.
Plus
Damn.
the plane of air. Plus the plane of air.
Because sure.
That is really funny. It's like, oh, it goes through air so well that it like resonates to the material plane of air.
Yep.
Ooh, okay. What exactly do you whisper to him? Because it is going to connect.
What do you guys think I should whisper to him?
Perhaps, do you need help? Maybe just keep it simple.
Maybe. I was also thinking maybe, where are you all?
Yeah. I mean, that's straight to the point.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm supposed for where are you all?
Okay, where are you all? How do we answer this? I think he's like, are you the fiery one? Is that who's talking to me right now? What do you say back?
I have my ways. I just wanted to check in, see how you guys are doing down in the pit. Wondering if we were gonna meet up, maybe.
Oof. Give me a diplomacy check on that. That's big.
Can I do deception?
Sure. Deception.
That's a 10. Do you guys think I should hero point it or no?
Hard to say on a 10. I mean, that could just as easily bite you on the ass.
Yeah, yeah.
28's not bad. I think stick with it.
Yeah, I'll stick with the 28.
I thought you meant 10 total for a second. And I was like,
No.
that's concerning.
Not 10.
Ooh, baby. Okay. Look, I'm finishing up some business with serpent folk. Why don't you come down to the southern part of this floor and we could talk?
See you there? I'm just gonna say, he says he's
Yeah, go ahead.
finished. Not to him, but to the party.
Yeah, I figured
He
you were
says
talking
he's
to him.
on the southern part of the floor, and he's finishing up business with the serpent folk, and wants us to come meet up. He might be trying to ambush us, because Erika did mention they might be trying to do that.
I think that's
I mean, if
very
that's
plausible.
the case, he kind of gave away the game, saying that he's doing business with the serpent folk, because then he's told us that he's got an ambush planned. Then, so
Yeah.
Well,
either
he might
he's
not know that we have bailed out Rika yet. It's hard to
I don't
know
think
what
he's-
he knows.
Ben, can I get a sense of what direction like the main pit is?
Good question. Give me a...
Maybe survival?
Yeah, I'd say survival, just like get your bearings in here. You think from this cave tunnel you're in, it's probably like through various walls and tunnels, like due south of you.
And he also said, so if he thinks we came in through that side, he thinks we came in through the main pit.
That's
He may
true.
think we may never. He may not believe we've run into Erika, and then I motioned to the moldering corpse of Valortha. That.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We may not know. We don't even know this particular direction exists. Either way,
All true.
regardless,
We should keep in mind that if we do run into him, we should
expect a trap.
expect a trap and do our best not to kill him.
Agreed.
Okay.
But I think heading south is probably what we're gonna be doing, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go, anyways.
What's up that hallway to the north then?
To your right?
Yeah.
Where exactly does that lead? Sometimes I get turned around down here as well. It does seem to kind of just lead off into darkness. I would say, if you want to give me a survival or a nature check, kind of at the start of this hallway over here.
Can I try that as well?
Sure.
Survival is a skill? Oh yeah, it is.
Oh, it's good this time.
You think this might also lead down to the Darklands?
Okay.
Or, like, even if it does lead out of the pit, like, by a very circuitous, probably dangerous route.
Ought to be worth noting that even if we clear this place, they're gonna have to figure out some solution. There's gonna may not be today, may not be tomorrow, but something will come out from the depths.
It's not inaccurate.
Also might explain how this thing keeps filling back up with all these various denizens of strangeness.
And you guys do know that, I mean, you kind of can't tell from your angle right here, but there is another part of the tunnel over to the right here. She said there was a weird stalagmite room straight down, and maybe some like serpent folk to the right. Was the breakdown that you guys had heard?
And these were the only exits to this room. There wasn't anything.
No, yeah. Basically, it's this way out or the sarcophagus like staircase you just came from.
Sure.
I think give me a perception check. You can hear some hissing coming from down that way. To the right. Let's see, would they chime in with any other languages while they're doing this? The hissing does seem to be like, it's not like they're speaking serpent folk. Does anyone actually speak Undercommon? It is like a variation of Undercommon.
I do not.
I don't.
I don't.
I would say if anyone wants to make like a society check.
I speak Aklo. It's not that, is it?
They do
Just
also
roll.
speak
Speak
Aklo.
it.
They're not currently speaking. I would say it is a bunch of weird dialects being spoken by them. I'd say if you want to make like a check to try to piece together some words, I'd allow that.
Okay, what you said it was society you wanted?
Yeah, I'd say probably a society check would be the closest applicable here.
Not a great roll, but
I mean, up to you if you
no,
want to
I'll
keep
use
it.
one of my hero points.
Okay.
I've got 2, and I haven't used either of them yet. That's better.
That's way, way better. Okay. I think you like aren't perfectly understanding them, but you piece together enough words that they're basically talking about how they know there are a group of adventurers kind of fitting your guys' descriptions that are going to come down here. Because of Caleb, the people working for him, and the mercenaries that he had working with him. You get the sense they're talking like, okay, like if we hear people coming, we could disguise ourselves and try to make this ambush happen. Without saying exactly what they're saying because you can't speak it, the general vibe is basically like, okay, these people tried to kind of deal with us. We didn't do that, but it sounds like they were going to ambush some people of value regardless. So, like, what can we do to fuck over Caleb and crew while still ambushing you guys for the Serpent Folks ends?
All right. Huh.
I'd say also I'm gonna get 35 mixed with perception checks here. Sounds like there's like 3 of them talking, like three distinctive voices.
Yeah. I think they want to ambush us. I think we might be getting a bit famous. Do you think Caleb's worried?
I think the thing in his head is looking for lunch.
Or what was his name? Tuluwatchek or something?
Correct. or at least close enough to that effect.
Oh, that's how it is when you're famous. Everyone wants a piece of you, and not always in a good way.
I was gonna say, I bet you they want a piece of me in a different way. This is much less entertaining. Oh well. Alright.
Like, we want discount at the Pixies Kitten famous, not ambush us famous.
Exactly.
Hey, why are you trying to shortchange them folks for? They deserve to be paid full price for their services.
I fully agree they should be full price. They should be paid full wages.
A
However,
huge bonding moment for Lupin and Sylvina.
however, discounts are always nice.
True. But it's like not the. I don't appreciate what they do for the community. I just have my eyes on just one right now.
Yeah. You're boring. It's okay.
Excuse me?
No.
No.
I thought you wanted to be boring.
Oh, I don't want here. Look, you think I wear this outfit here because I want to be boring? I mean, really, shit, really. You're hurting me.
I mean,
You hurt me
I
with
was
your
kind
words.
of confused. I didn't want to say that you weren't really dressing the part, but you know.
All right. So where are you guys going, left or right? What's the play?
You said they were to the right?
Yeah. Well, I guess
Yes, we go.
screen right, not like character right.
Yeah.
All right. I think Roland leads the way.
Murder time.
Potentially.
So you want to go to the serpent folk then? All right.
Yeah, I think.
You know, I'm kind of confused that Caleb says he's getting along with the serpent, or what Scarnetti says he's getting along with the serpent folk, but the serpent folk don't really seem to think they're getting along with humans. So that's a bit concerning to me.
They may have fooled him.
Maybe.
Oh, thank God. Reinforcements. I went ahead and labeled them for you guys, since you guys know what they are already.
What's my bonus to deception?
2.
Yeah, no.
Well, you want to give it a whirl?
Nah.
I mean, I'm happy to give the deception a whirl. I've got okay-ish deception.
I guess I could probably try it if you want.
Give me a nod, and give me a nod, and I know that's the cue to start hacking.
All right. Give me a fucking just a deception check so you can get close enough to just bum rush him.
All right. From which one of us?
All right, Roland got a nat one.
I literally said no to my deception.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said yes. It was a
No.
little hard to hear you still. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I think if you guys get like all the way into the room, they're gonna not be a fan.
I was gonna say, I think we're both trying to ambush each other here. So is this just gonna be like straight initiative?
Yeah, I'm gonna switch their sides. You're like, all right, fuck this, and we're gonna do straight up initiative here. Any special bonuses anyone's doing?
Oh, Beans and Sylvina, you two are stacked on each other right now.
Yeah, I'll. So
I should
we rested,
probably
right?
be in front just because that.
Yeah, you guys
is
could
more
rest. Yeah.
bonus. speed.
Yeah, so I'll go to enfeebled 1 and give everyone a +2 to initiative.
Nice, hell yeah.
Cool.
I do think means I should be in front because that way I give more people the bonus to speed.
Yeah, I will gladly be.
All right, you guys can do the old switcheroo.
I'm trying to move my token, and
Hold on.
I think I'm just stuck in a wall or something. Oh. I have gone to a different part of the cave. I'm on top of Sylvina now. That looks
Both
good.
of you guys stop moving. Let me fix you.
Okay.
There you go.
Like, the whole point was for me to not
So
be
they're like,
in-
fuck this, and they turn into these creatures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not a great initiative roll, sadly. Oh, well.
Ben, did you just move me to the front of the party in a combat encounter?
No,
No,
you're back.
you're behind. You're behind
You're back.
Sylvina.
Okay. I see. I misunderstood the situation.
All right.
I'm. You know what? Since I've got him, and we're getting later in the game, I'm gonna re-roll that.
Alright, let me roll Roland then. I haven't done him yet.
You know what? I'll do the same thing. I'll use a hero point to reroll my initiative.
Okay.
One better.
29. That's significantly better on my part.
Okay.
Everybody adds 2.
Gangini at 37. Jesus Christ. Let me see. Sylvina, your bonus is 14. Cultist bonus is 15, so they do go before you.
That is unfortunate.
But Gangini did win pretty sizably there. It was up first.
Oh yeah, a little bit. Gangini's rolled some decent.
By
oh no,
by
no,
almost.
this isn't including the bonus from Gangini's stuff. So I get however much bonus to initiative.
Oh, then you're at 31.
Yeah.
Oh, and that means Roland's at 29, but is also after. So that's there. Here's the order.
Okay.
Regardless, Gangini's still up first.
I am checking how big something is.
Concerning.
Raising?
Do you need a template?
Medium. Interesting.
It's a 7.
I
I
will-
love a template
I
to see if there's an angle I can
will-
throw a fireball at that won't hit Roland.
I'm going
That's why I have
summon
template
next-
packs.
to roll in a living landslide.
I'm pretty sure I have that one.
Size medium, surprisingly.
Living landslide. Yo, why do they look fucking crazy? Put one next to Roland. Hold on, let me make a handout for these fuckers, the official Pathfinder art, real quick. Because they go kind of hard.
Like Pathfinder art just goes hard these days.
Yeah, I wasn't all the way sold on a lot of the way they changed the art at first, but it's grown on me in a lot of ways. All right, oh, I forgot to label the handout, but this is a living landslide.
Oh lord.
That's wow. I was gonna ask, you don't have any like tokens or anything of fauna made of ice or flora made of ice, do you, Ben?
Oh, I feel like I do, but I feel like they're like named something
You?
specific. Yeah, I think I do, but they're like that's not what the fucking file name is, annoyingly.
Well, if you find it at some point, it would be very nice for Sunday stuff to have
Okay.
access to.
I'll go through my like Google folder later. I feel like I had something for like a homebrew encounter I wrote a long time ago. But I also think I like named it like a named encounter and I don't remember what the fucking name is.
I mean, if you're looking for a cold themed fauna, there is always the ever popular frost tardigrade.
I'm not looking for cold themed fauna. I'm looking for regular fauna made of ice.
Ah,
There
gotcha.
are no wolves on Fenris.
There's a meaningful distinction in this case.
Anyway, Gangini. You spending all your action to summon this boy?
Yeah, that is 3 actions.
Hell yeah. And why do I always forget? Summoning sickness is not a thing, is a thing.
Hey,
Oh.
I don't know if it can swing immediately.
That's what
No,
I'm talking about.
so for it to swing, I have to use an action to sustain.
That's how they did it in this version, right?
So
Does
if
sort
I
of
had
have some
4
of it.
actions from some way, if I was hasted or something, he could attack, but I don't. So
Gotcha.
Unfortunately, even haste doesn't allow that because haste you can only spend the extra action on
Alright.
striding or striking.
Sylvina?
Yeah,
Is
they nerfed the
it
crap out of
angle
haste.
for a fireball that does not hit Roland?
Alright, hold on. Let's get changing tunes and we gotta get the template.
I like how every battle we start now just always starts with an earth-shattering explosion.
Well, I mean, I have access to them now.
I know. I'm just laughing. I mean, it is the correct choice for action economy. You lead off,
there's
you're
an
starting near
angle.
the back.
Cool.
Well,
Yeah, what is
actually,
it?
I don't know that there is an angle. Because this layout presupposes, like, the middle of the fireball is, like, inside the wall. You see what I'm saying? And it would have to, like, impact the wall. So,
Okay.
I think it would encompass the summon, unless you can... Hold on. I think if you impact the wall to the left of the serpent folk here...
Fortunately, I don't have an angle on that.
Okay. Could you move and get
I
that
don't
angle?
think
Yeah, because I think you'd have to
No.
basically...
It takes 3 actions for me to do this.
Oh, I thought you had a shittier version for 2.
No.
Let me do Control L and see your line of sight specifically. Oh, yeah, I mean, from your line of sight, that's, like, the farthest you can see.
Yeah.
And if that's the center, that's getting, like, up to rolling.
What if the
Yeah.
center's like down here, on top of this guy?
I don't think... Can you see that guy from your angle?
I can see half of it.
You can? I feel like you might be on a different square than you are for me. Because of all the movement shenanigans you guys
I
did.
don't think so. I'm between Gangini and Lupin.
I can't see any of that guy from your angle.
Yeah, looking at the stream, yeah.
I can see the cultist
I mean-
directly in front of the rock. You're probably... Do you have access to someone else's sheet?
I don't think so.
Because then you're seeing from their eyes as well, would be the thing.
No, I don't have access to anyone else's sheet.
I'm just looking at the... From being between Gangini and Lupin, the farthest you can see is, like, this rock over here.
Here's what my screen is showing. If that's the farthest I can see, that's the farthest I can see, but this is just what my screen
Yeah,
is
I want to
showing.
see... Send a screenshot of what yours is, because now I'm confused. You gotta be seeing... I think that's... Hold on. No, that's not Lupin's angle. I don't know why you can see that. One of the lighting effects is, like, not lined up right for you or something.
Bizarre.
Yeah, what the fuck? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, is there anything else you want to do? I think you would still flame them if you did it that angle.
But I don't want to hit Roland with it is the problem.
Roland
Okay.
would have healed hit points also for resting.
Yes.
Yeah. Sadly, I assume Roland would rather I not.
I mean, I have a ring of fire resistance now.
That is true.
It gives you a total of 10 fire resistance. If you don't mind me throwing a fireball at that,
Do it.
but just
It'll
be
also
aware,
hit the
okay?
summon too, though, which I don't know if that has fire resistance. Okay, from
It does
sleeping,
not.
Roland should have gotten 36. So you would be
As
hitting the summon
we-
that just got summoned.
Yeah, sadly, I don't think it's a good idea.
Its reflexes plus 8.
Feels not
Yeah,
good.
I'm gonna
That's a 19 or higher
roast
save.
that thing.
It's the bigger version of the boulder. It's good at the other things, but not dodging.
Yeah, the boulder is not meant for dodging.
Um.
This boulder's been to the gym.
All right. And I can't do that without hitting it. Okay. Can I stand next to the boulder, like here?
Yeah, I think it's a valid square.
Cool. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna chuck Roland right into the center of the 3 serpent folk.
Okay. Even if they had reactions, they couldn't use them. They haven't acted in combat yet. Woof! A burst of wind like whips Roland through the air, lands in like a 3-point stance.
Technically,
I will
I
say,
give him a
Nick,
free ability to jump and be thrown. Yes?
Nice.
They go before me.
Yes.
They would be flanking me.
You can put him somewhere else. How far can you throw?
Okay, fine. I can put him here.
Oh, yeah,
With his
25
back to the
feet.
wall, yeah.
Okay.
And
yeah.
you see there is this weird... Now there's like this weird cogged door next to Roland over here. Almost like it's made of like giant brass gears. Roland thunk lands a heavy stride of armor. The cultists. What will they do?
Do I know what they're cultists of? Like what they're worshipping?
You saw the weird symbols on their robes. I would say on a free action, give me like a religion check.
2 on the die.
Some kind of
that's
snake
terrible.
god.
Yeah. Cool.
That does seem snaky.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very serpentine.
What will they do here? They could just do some stabby stabs, but that's not fun.
I don't know, Roland seems to enjoy it a lot.
Alright, well, Roland is gonna get a reaction to this. But they're all gonna, like, lift their staffs up.
I think it's staves, isn't it?
I think it is staves, you are correct. Ooh, actually, one's gonna have to move. Roland, if you want to op attack the one that moves, I assume you do.
Yep.
It's gonna be a bastard sword swing. Roland is gonna crit the one that moved, bringing it instantly to bloodied with 57 damage. But it does live through it. And they all loft their staves, point them at Lupin in sequence here. Or can they get an angle to just past Lupin? That would be most ideal.
Does that crit?
It did. That's why I said it did 54 damage.
Solid.
What did I roll?
You rolled 37.
Damn.
Which absolutely crit. Alright. There are these 3 almost simultaneous bursts of emerald green light as energy serpents rip through the hallway around you guys. Everyone but Roland is going to make 3 fortitude saves. We'll just go in order. Gangini can go first.
Fortitude saves.
And then, like normal, we'll just do, like... I'll tell you guys your successes and failures. You guys remember what they are. Alright, Gangini, yours are... Fail, crit success, success.
Do the boulder while I'm thinking about it too.
Yep, do the boulder as well. The boulder is over its conflicted feelings. Okay, crit fail. Fail. Crit fail? Jesus Christ. Oh, this
dear.
boulder might get eaten by snakes, energy snakes. Lupin, 3 fortitude saves. Everyone just remember the fail states that I tell you. All right, Lupin is fail, pass, fail. Tarek. Pass, pass, pass.
Oh, damn.
And Solvina. Fail, fail.
Does anyone have points to reroll one of them?
I got channel
It's
point.
fine. You know what? It's fine. I haven't taken any damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Fail, fail, pass. Everyone keep in mind the ones I said to you.
And it's going to be a crit pass on the one that passed for me.
Okay. Alright, so the first burst of energy snakes is 22. So if you passed, it's 11. If you failed, it's 22. If you crit failed, it's 44. The second burst is 21. So 11 if you fail, 21... Or sorry, 11 if you pass, 21 if you fail, 42 if you crit fail. The third one is 17. Halved to 9 if you failed, 17 or double it.
That was quite painful.
Yeah, that's worth.
The living landslide is dead.
Oh my god.
No.
Just
I should have just fireballed.
overly loud hissing fills everyone's ears. I will also point out that anyone that failed at all is sickened 1.
Okay.
That is their turn. Now it's over to Roland's actual turn. I think I'll try to have Roland just
Who am I
stride
next?
up and kill this one.
Who am I next to right now? Let me see.
You were
You were not.
basically by
We're
the gear
next to any
door,
of them.
and it's like a 5-foot step to get next to 2 of the snakes. One's below half, one's at full. And the living boulder is out of here for now. Or the living avalanche. Not really a good flank position. You moving up would give someone else flank, probably, if they moved in from melee.
Yeah.
I would say just don't go to the southernmost one because I'm going to try and line him up and knock him down here in a second.
Okay. In that case, he'll move up and try to just slay that one. Does not hit, though, crazily enough.
Oh, you know what? I'll give him a channel point reroll.
Oh, okay.
I got a bunch of...
On the reroll, it turns into yet another crit, and he just beheads it along the long green neck.
Alright.
And got double crit in this fight already. Alright, Tarek. 1 serpent is down. 2 to go.
Well, it does change my math a bit, but let's see. Maybe I can do something funky. I don't know why I'm surprised that Roland immediately killed him.
I think Roland got a hit on him before. That was a crit.
Yeah, it was opportunity attack for a crit. And then another crit.
Why do you doubt your fighter?
Why do you don't doubt me?
I mean,
Well, really,
I just upgraded my sword. It's totally cool. It's made of cold iron.
Alright.
are these things armed other than the staves? I mean, they're snake look. I'm assuming they have some kind of
got
biting venom.
lights. They seem to also be holding like fangs in their offhands. I will say their staves don't seem to be like magical staves like the item. It's just something that they're channeling their divine power through. They're bone prophets.
Sorry, I'm being indecisive here because that him instituting the guy changed up my turn. You know what, heck with it. I'll just spend a focus point. And I will target the one next to Roland with a Tempest Surge. Oh my god. Please roll in that one.
Let's see.
Sadly, it seems I still
Well,
have
it is a nat 1, so fuck me, I guess. Just
my
a
God.
swelling storm surge. You guys like feel the pressure in the air drop. And as electricity crackles through the air, that one takes 70 damage and leaps past bloodied.
Alright, it is also clumsy 2 for a round.
Oh Jesus.
And takes and will now take because of that it will take
I don't think I have clumsy on my items
52.
thing, so let's do that.
Yeah. And takes 4 persistent electricity damage. So this thing is like full on static shock.
Oh, it's just
right
like
now.
actually twitching with electricity, Jesus.
And for my last
wow.
action, here and move block so they can't flank Solvina.
Okay, nice. Lupin.
All right. I am sickened from that whole thing, so I will go ahead and spend an action to as the I could just say here, retching to attempt to get rid of it.
Hell yeah.
So I'll roll Fortitude save. Is a 31 enough to clear it?
That is enough. You are totally fine.
All right. I'll get that off here. There we go. All right. All right. So that clears it out there. All right. Next action. I'll go ahead and move forward. Stride forward. All right. And final action, I will go ahead and attack this one here in front of Roland.
Alright, go for it.
25.
Alright, 25 will hit for 13.
All right.
This one's looking barely alive.
All right, then that's all for me.
Alright, moving on to Gangini.
Here. It's a difficult place for me to try to AoE them.
The only way for me to avoid AoE is my caster enemies. Fucking bum rush everybody.
Make the soup.
What is this,
Look,
World Eaters?
sometimes that's how it goes. Sometimes that's just how it goes.
World Eaters could stop getting buffs, that'd just be delightful.
Maybe this is like a weird turn for me, but I think one action was moving. I think I'm gonna rallying Anthem and Shield.
Okay.
Just to buff everyone. It doesn't look particularly dicey, but I'd rather just buff everyone's
Man,
defenses.
Crit failing and also
just
having
be-
2 other crits was a pretty bad start for them.
Yeah. So I'll boost everyone so no shenanigans happen.
Hell yeah.
To be fair, Ben, that is also the first time my Tempest Surge has done anything.
That is also true. Slovenia.
I'm going to
Oh, wait a minute, we're level 9 now, aren't we?
use Ash Strider to go through both of them. And actually I can move even further because I forgot I have the extra move speed from my aura. So I can go to there.
junction.
All right.
Ash Strider. Reflex save. Does it go through both of them?
Yeah, go through.
Okay, the one that is really hurt does unfortunately pass for half. The other one fails for 18.
And then I'm gonna one action, lightning elemental blast at whichever one's more hurt.
Oh, I mean this one by far.
29 for 8 electricity damage.
All right. It brings it down to 1, and on their turn, the persistent electricity from the storm surge
Hang on a second.
drops this
Ben,
one.
I'm looking. Wait. Because
Okay.
I'm looking at Tempest Surge. I think I might have the wrong version on. The damage is correct. Okay. New version from Player Core does not have the persistent electricity damage, unfortunately. That's the legacy version that does.
Oh, okay.
So it is still clumsy, but it does not have the persistent damage.
Okay.
Much to my
We'll get
chagrin. I will fix
one
that.
more turn at 1. What will it do with its last turn?
Fall on Roland's sword.
Well, you're definitely gonna get a chance to op attack it, but it's going to slam its staff into the ground, and what seems like a great black serpent mouth opens up around all of you and takes a huge bite of the room. That is manipulate, but everybody in the room, apart from this fellow bone shaman, give me fortitude saves.
And remember, you are boosted by the rallying anthem.
Yes.
How many?
Does
how many
anyone have
fortitude
points?
saves?
Here, I got.
Just one, Ben? Or how many?
Just
Here
one
goes
fortitude save, sorry.
Anyone have points for the reroll for me?
I already spent it on you. You got it, Sylvina.
Oh, wonderful, thank you. There we go. I have plus 18, including seconds, to my fortitude save. It's crazy that I was rolling so low.
Alright, Lupin,
Consistently.
pass. Gangini, pass. Tarek, pass. Solvina, pass. And then I roll for Roland.
And then I crit pass.
Yeah,
because of it.
if you have the ability, you crit pass from the thing.
Yeah.
Which Roland does as well, so he crit passes too. Which means that just Gangini and Tarek are gonna take half. You guys both take 50, half to 25.
Here,
And
for a
then
second there.
Roland takes the swing. And cuts down the one that just did that. Unfortunately, the other one is going to do the exact same thing. Everyone give me another fortitude save.
By the way, does my second go away?
Yes, you're good.
I'm gonna spend my last hero point to reroll that.
Okay. Okay, Sylvia, pass. Gagini, pass. Roland passes and then crit passes. Tarek fails, but does not crit fail.
I rerolled to a 20. That's a crit fail.
That's not a crit fail.
Oh, all right.
It's close. It's not.
Wait, 20 isn't a crit fail and 36 isn't a crit pass? It'd be 37, actually.
Yeah, 37 is not 10 higher. And 20 is not 10 lower.
Oh. I see. Okay.
They're both within those bounds. Lupin will crit fail, though.
In that case, I'm going to go ahead and burn a hero point on
Yeah, you
that.
can burn up on that. Roland. Okay, so
better.
regular
Not by much,
fail.
though.
It stopped it being a crit fail. So
A little bit
I'll
smart.
take it.
Gangini is going to take half. Roland takes nothing. Solvina takes nothing. Tarek takes half, and Lupin takes... Tarek takes full, Lupin takes full.
Yeah.
Okay. 50 if you took full, 25 if you took half, 0 if you took nothing.
I'm down.
Alright, Lupin,
Yeah,
as
shoot.
another, like, shadowy serpent mouth, closes over the whole room. As the shadows fade, you see Lupin laying on the floor. It is Roland's turn. And move up and try to cut down this cultist, so you can get a third crit here. Not a crit, but does hit for 24. Oh, whoops, hold on. That's the wrong equation. This one is looking just above bloodied. Tarek.
Alright, I'm gonna use a second level 2-action heal on Lupin. I hate when it does this. I'll fix it later. Either way, he's gonna heal 2d8 plus 16.
Alright, go ahead and roll heal. Okay,
Oh, you're kidding
Lupin,
me.
you wink back to life with 21.
And then for my last action, I cast Bonk, and I'm gonna smack him over the head. Or actually,
Alright,
Bonk, Gangini, and Solvini. I'm debating. I'm thinking for a second if I want
You're
to do
good.
something else. Yeah, I think we just need to kill this fucker before he casts again. This is what I've got. I hope that hits. Wait a minute, I should... Hang on a second. Why am I only doing +2? I'm trained... Do I not get a damage bonus?
for your staff?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh well. Either way, that was less effective than I hoped. So, that's my turn.
Alright. Lupin.
Alright. So, back up here. Alright. Still in pretty bad shape. So what I'll go ahead and do is I'll just go ahead... Not one risk. Opportunity. I think you guys got a handle on this. So I'll go ahead and take a step back. Then, for one action. And then my other two actions, I'll go ahead and pull out and then chug a moderate healing potion. Alright, for 27. Not too bad. Then that'll be my turn.
Okay. Gangini.
How many are left? One?
One. I think just ruin him.
Okay, 5th level Force Barrage.
Hell yeah. Rapid fire.
38.
Alright, this thing's like gonna pass bloody at this point.
That's an awful lot of ones.
Yeah,
That is
was
a
a
unfortunate
surprising
amount of
amount of ones. Sylvina, this thing's looking pretty bad.
Alright, I am going to start once again. With Flying Flame.
Ooh, that might be a crit fail. Hold on. One above a crit fail. Jesus. This thing looks barely alive.
You know, he got an 18, that's how it goes. And then I'm gonna one action
Pretty much, if you're gonna hit him, he's fucking toast.
fire elemental blast.
Okay, disrespectful to crit him instead. Just catches him full in the fucking face as he goes to, like, lean forward and bite Roland. And the last lizard piece drops.
Alright, I'll use my 3 action to heal on everyone after this.
Right, you all are gonna get 40 experience. And then, yeah, go ahead and roll that, heal. as well.
How much is it?
40.
38 plus
Oh,
24.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
3d8 plus 24. Okay.
Oh,
29
29.
health, everyone.
that was an unfortunate roll.
That it was. It was not a very good roll. I am sorry, everyone.
I'll probably burn one here in a moment as well. Since something will have heard that racket. We're not gonna have time to patch ourselves up.
They do all have basically the only loot to be had here is their knives. They do all have a +1 striking dagger.
Oh, they have plus.
So X3 +1 striking dagger.
Noted. Then, I'm gonna burn a 3rd level as well for us.
All right. Go ahead.
Better. So everybody heals another 33.
Hell yeah.
Beans, did you get Nyx's healing pulse as well?
How much was that?
Hers was 29, and then I just did another 33.
Okay. So I'm looking pretty good.
Well, that puts me back up to full.
Arsenal wounded, because you did get knocked down.
Alright, I'll make sure to mark that. Alright, looking good.
Yeah, I'm still pretty hurt, but I'll be alright for now.
All right.
Can we go over and see what we hear on the door?
Perception wise, you could make a check. It's a lot of loud whirring gear noises just right off the bat.
Oh, alright.
So it's gonna be like you can make the checks, just like gonna be harder.
Awkward foyer.
Tarek, I think you don't hear anything beyond that.
Okay. Like the others keep moving. Somebody will have heard all that, I think.
Right. I mean, you see this gear door does appear locked.
I'll look and see if I see any obvious like traps or mechanisms on it.
Sure, you can perception.
Hey, Ben.
Yeah. Whoa, what's that?
If the whirring was so loud, do we think they would have heard the combat?
You're not entirely sure. It could have been possible I missed it.
If there's a
What is happening? Hold on, I gotta refresh my roll 20 because it's being whack. Ooh, not 20. The doors do not appear to be trapped. You think it would just be a very hard check to crack this door. It's definitely not meant to be opened unless from somewhere else.
I mean, we might have to go the other way around.
makes sense. Alright.
Wouldn't be ideal, but
Well, that leaves us a question then: is that? Yeah, I mean, it's. I guess here's a question. I already spent. No, I already spent it. I guess I did. Yeah. I was debating if I maybe should do medicine, but I don't think we have 40 minutes to spare right now.
is anyone particularly injured still?
Lupin is wounded. I'll keep an eye on him after whatever our next combat is. I'll make
Hey,
sure. I check on him.
Tarek's like
I'm the
40
only one who's
something
really-
down. 44
Yeah,
down.
I'm pretty hurt. I'm fairly hurt.
You
so-
Really?
want me to do a greater staff of healing pulse?
Let everybody else is pretty healed up for now. I mean, if we want, I could take 10 minutes and patch myself up, but that's up to you all.
You were just saying we don't have that time. I have
don't know
5
if we do.
charges. I could just do like a second level charge and mostly
Okay.
fix everything.
That sounds good. Thank you.
That's what second level's 2d8 plus
2d8
16.
plus 16. Yep. Heals are so good.
Plus
Yeah,
2 from the staff. So that's 32.
All right, I am nearly back at
That's
full health.
pretty almost full.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean,
Keep
I
moving.
got it to use it, and I still have 1 use of my highest level available spell on the staff still.
Hell yeah.
And then Lupin, if you get hurt again, I'll make sure I do medicine check on you next time so you're not wounded.
All right, thanks.
All right, let's keep moving.
Onward and
go around?
upward, or I guess
Yep.
technically downward.
Yep.
All right. All right, let me scroll back up. Okay. A densely packed like strip of stalactites, stalagmites, and rock columns nearly cuts this cavern in half from north to south. Give me a perception check.
Where are we?
Over here. We went back and we're
Okay.
the next one down.
Yeah.
Okay, it is not very much. You guys do not see it till you are already rounding the bend.
Did the rest of us have made perception checks?
You can if you want.
I was not paying attention.
Alright. Lupin, just barely. You see what looks to be a rather larger than normal roper hanging from the ceiling.
Oh fuck!
Pretending to be one of the stalactites. As you yell, "Oh fuck!" It unfurls its tentacles. Its glowing eye looks at you guys, and in a kind of grating, gravelly voice, he's just like, "If you're going to cross the cave, you must pay the philosophical toll."
Okay, I think I heard this one before. I think, therefore I am?
No. If you want to cross, we must engage in debate about the philosophical merits of sacrifice in religion.
What is that?
It is
Which
your
religion?
choice whether you wish to take on the role of the defense or for the fore.
Which religion?
It kind of swivels its glowing eye towards you and just like, this one gets what we're doing here.
I think we defend it.
say that, basically, we're gonna break this into a skill challenge. We're basically doing like opposed religion checks.
Okay. Got it.
He does like, I am Minik Thun. Do you wish to be the defense or the fore?
I
think we
don't
defend
think it's as simple as for or against. I think it's about the extent.
I think we defend it. We have to choose a position.
He does. He's like, you have to choose one or the other. It's part of the philosophical challenge.
Let's play devil's advocate here.
I'll look over at them and go, which do you guys want to do?
I don't like advocating for devils. We just fucking killed one, remember?
It's just a saying. We're not actually advocating for devils.
All right. Let's go with Roland. You seem like you were once religious. Which side do you want to argue?
Defense.
All right, defense.
Defense?
All right.
That means we're in favor of or against the sacrifice.
We're
Defending the
we're
right.
defending the merits of sacrifice.
Yeah.
That's,
Okay, sure.
that pertains to
sure.
religion.
All right. Whoever is trying to argue this, give me a religion check. Your DC is basically what his role is. So like it is a basic save type roll. So I rolled for him. You guys could crit succeed, fail, or crit fail, opposing this roll.
Okay.
All right.
Does
Thankfully,
anyone have a
I
higher
am trained-
religion than I have?
I doubt it.
it's probably not going to be as good as like here, but I am trained in religion because being rogue means I have it training in most things.
I've got plus 18 in religion.
Plus 18
And
is
then-
great.
I've also got plus 18 in Calistria lore, if it matters.
This one will be more an actual religion lore as opposed to Calistry lore.
That's what I figured.
All right, give
Alright,
me
so
give me
18
a roll.
Probably what you guys want to go with then.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, religion is decent, but not yours.
35.
35. You can roll to assist the lead person as well. You should not crit fail the roll, basically. Which you did not. So that does assist to a 36. With assisting to a 36, that is exactly 10 higher, because he rolled a 26 religion. So Lupin just barely supporting there.
Yeah.
Sylvina leading the prong of this argument. Minik Thun is just like, I am astounded by your religious rhetoric and technique. Not only can you all pass through my chamber as often as you want, but I have a gift for you, if you would take it. If you're willing.
Sure.
Depends on the gift.
You see like a clink, clink, clink as someone vomits out of his mouth. Looks like a weird crystalline rune stone. If anyone wants to give me a Arcana check on it. Right, 21. Oh, 29. Okay. This is a armor rune of greater invisibility.
The AP
Basically,
rolls are
you
on.
could put it on armor, and once per day, you can get greater invisibility for a minute.
Oh no.
Oh, here's the thing. Oh, I'm done. Sorry. It's 3 times per... Oh, okay, so it's 3 times per day you get invisibility. So it's just a better version of regular. Okay, so you'll get greater invisibility.
Okay, it's not greater.
No, I was confused because it's literally called Greater Invisibility Rune.
Yeah.
But it in fact just is greater at imparting regular invisibility.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, whoa, that sells for a lot. I mean, it's good. It's very good.
How much does it sell for?
if you
1,000.
500, so yeah, 1,000 halved to 500, which is still huge.
I think give it to Lupin.
Yeah, so that
Alright, thank you.
stalactite
Oh.
vomit in your armor. You guys also do get XP as if you had defeated him in combat for passing his
Cool.
philosophical trial. Is this worth it?
Just because I think it's interesting, can I just say what I would have said for the debate?
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, in this universe, making a sacrifice to a god has results. It's not just people are killing, sacrificing just for the hell of it. Like they're getting something out
That
of it.
is true. There are tangible magical results to sacrifice.
Also, sacrifice doesn't necessarily mean killing someone. It could also just mean burning, like taking some of your crops and burning it.
Yeah, okay. I hear you're saying.
I think Solvina would have very much interpreted and probably argued from a position of, to meet the aims of your deity that align with your deity, you have to be willing to make like personal sacrifices sometimes.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
And the nature of the sacrifice will heavily depend on the god. Like, I don't
Exactly.
think Iomade would ever ask you to like kill your firstborn. Asmodeus might.
Yeah, if
Right.
Iomade is asking you in a vision to kill your firstborn, it's probably not her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So someone's
would-
probably
would
fucking
ask
with you.
you probably to sacrifice your own safety to protect others, I would imagine.
I will say one of my favorite like voice of Iomade things in one of the novels. There's one of the novel series of Pathfinder. There's a recurring character, who she worships Iomade, but specifically she's of the sect that worships Saint Limerin, which is this like eagle-headed saint, and that's part of that religion. But her sword is called the Sword of Saint Limerin, and every time she like draws it, there is like angelic choir music playing.
Yeah.
Which is so bad. It's like a glowing sword with like intricate like the axe of Iomade like scripted into the blade, while it just like has holy song around her. Okay, you guys also get 60 XP for debating with Minnock Thune, because he was actually a CR10 monster, so
Alright.
way better than normal Roper.
I guess with like all this talk of like religion and like specifically religious related sacrifice, Lupin like rolls his eyes and his tail just sort of like thumps to the ground and he's like, and this is why I'm not religious. Gods ain't never done shit for me.
Sounds like a you problem.
It is a 600 XP.
Yeah, it was 600.
Yeah, I think you guys are earning 600.
Right, but 60 gods is 600. That's what I was.
Oh,
thinking.
I had it to 640, but okay.
Oh, is it 640? I could be wrong.
No, you're right. It's 640. I forgot.
Oh,
from
it's
the,
sorry. It's because there was 40 for the Serpent Folk fight.
Yeah, I forgot the serpent
Yep.
folk.
So yes, 640 is where we should be at. Okay, I think that's probably a good place to pause for tonight.
Alright.
I'm realizing
I'm gonna
now,
go
I don't think you can
practical
tell on the camera, but I definitely have spit up on this shirt from babies.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
But hopefully we should be able to come back again next week. I'm trying to get us back in the regular rotation here.
Yeah, hopefully.
I know
Seems
people
to
got
work.
crazy life stuff going on right now, which is
Alright.
understandable.
Weird.
But for those watching,
Alright.
we'll be back hopefully next week. We'll see.